Hi, my name is Nicky Doyle. I live in Kilkenny in Ireland and I work with the health service. I make over €7,015 per year betting. That allows me to have more holidays and a better family life overall. I realised a dream this year when I bought shares in 2 racehorses and 3 pointer-pointers. It wasn't always so easy, that is for sure. Before I started to win betting, I lost over 25,000. That was because I was just backing favourites, just looking at the prices and backing the shortest price, and I had a very bad habit of chasing my losses. I signed up with one tipster as well, who charged over 1,000 a year, and I lost 50 points in 3 months with that tipster, which cost me over 5,000. I learned big time from that experience. It was time to change. I started to become a form student, and I did not chase my losses. I made the following major changes to my betting, which helped turn everything around. I resisted the temptation to chase my losses. I created a betting logbook to record all your bets in it, very important. I looked for value in races and did not bet unless I was getting the value. I had a staking plan and stuck to it. I studied the form. I got to know the horses I was betting on. I got to know the trainers and jockeys and their training and riding style. I learned that horses are not machines and will not be at their peak for every race, and learned to spot when a horse has been primed for a big payday, as in has been handicapped. Value and patience are very important factors in winning. And never write off a horse because of a bad run. Even Cater Star ran a few shockers in his day, and he was one hell of a consistent performer. So the main core elements that turned my betting around from a losing punter to a winning punter are find value or do not bet. Know the horses you are betting on. Target the better races as you are sure they are trying. Ground conditions have a huge bearing on a horse's performance, whether it's heavy, good, firm, etc. Over jumps. Is the horse a natural jumper? Jumping is the name of the game. It's amazing how often a talented horse loses a race because it is not a natural jumper. Remember Carville's Hill, or even more recently Peddler's Cross. Build up your own knowledge on horse racing and keep up to date by reading the papers and looking online, Twitter, etc. Keep a record of your bets. They do not lie and prove if you are winning or not. There will be less winners when you are backing at value odds instead of the favourites. But showing a profit rather than a loss is what we all want, not a high number of winners but no profit at the end of the day. Results and profit are what count for us. So on to my results. And the past results never lie. The last 3 Cheltenham festivals I've made a profit of over 189 points, or that is €9,451 as I bet €50 per point. You can see in 2012 I had 65.95 points profit. 2011 was an exceptional year, 92.33. I had a Super Heinz bet where 4 of the 7 horses or selections won. That won me over 45 points. And in 2010 I had 30 points profit. So you can see the profits are very good. So in Cheltenham 2012, the winners I had were Rock On Ruby in the Champion Hurdle, Son of Flicka, Carl Pup at 66 to 1, Bob's Worth, T for 3, Alfie Sharon 25 to 1, Salsify and Riverside Theatre. In 2011 I backed Size in Europe Anti-Post at 18 to 1 to win the Queen Mother Chase. with Ben Salim at 6-1, Devers at 11-1, Junior, who romped in at 5-1, and Zarkander, who won the Triumph at 11-2. And as I mentioned earlier, I had 4 from 7 winners in a Super Heinz bet. That would be over €2,292, or 45.84 points. In 2010, I had the following winners: Minora at 12-1 in the Supreme Novices Hurdle, Binocular backed Anti-Post following a poor run at 22-1, Weapons Amnesty in the RSH race 10-1, Spirit River 14-1, and Imperial Commander in the Gold Cup at 10-1. So you can see that over the last 3 years I've been backing horses at good odds, collecting. Overall, the Bet Alchemist services had 21 months profit out of the last 26 months. That keeps the betting bank healthy and no long losing runs. Each way betting is great for keeping steady profits and for limiting losses, and I tend to use it a lot. I have a winner's percentage of 29.89%. That's almost 1 in 3. The average price of my 2011 winners is 6-1. The average price of the 2012 winners is over 11-2, just around that price. Backing winners at an average of over 11-2. We have to make profits with that sort of value, especially if we're winning 1 in 3 races. The 2011 return on investment was over 30%, and in 2012 once again 33.86%. It's a huge return. I bet mainly on the top races, that is group races or big handicaps in the flat, and graded and big handicap national hunt races. There's no issue with getting your money on at a price in the top races. The market is huge. So on average I have 5 to 9 bets per week, more bets during the big festivals, and especially Anti-Post for the Cheltenham Festival, a few short priced or odds on shots, that is below 4-1, and I follow a staking plan that has generated major profits for the last 5 years. You can see here my last 5 years results. 2008 I won over 6,767. 2009 a little bit less, but still over 60 points profit. 2010 almost 100 points, 4,857. 2011 brilliant year, 9,401, almost 200 points profit. And in 2012 the best so far, 11,174. That's a massive 35,853.77 euros profit over the last 5 years. Here's a graph of all the bets placed over the last 2 years. Even with £10 stakes or euro stakes, the profits are great. I've produced profits 21 out of the last 26 months. And I've had big price winners, as I mentioned, Son of Flickit, but I also had Neptune Collonge in the Grand National last year, backed on Betfair at 45-1. I had Dancing Rain in the Epsom Oaks at 25-1. Bob Lingo last year won the Galway Plate 25-1, Anti-Post. Rebel Fitz won the Galway Hurdle, Anti-Post 16-1. Captain Seaby won the Friends of Tipperary Hurdle 13-1 on Betfair. Brampoor won the Greatwood Hurdle. Loads of top class winners. You can see snapshots of my favourite winning bet slips, so you know that I have backed them, by clicking on the winning bet slips on this web page. You can see from the charts and graphs that it is steady rise in profits. No roller coaster rides here. Just great monthly profits that create excellent yearly totals.